Shalom, first and foremost, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Makakadash.
double honors to our elders, the apostles, and teachers of GMS, the Great Millstone, who rule well, and peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect, our portion of the GMS Boston camp. Here tonight, the Lord blessed us with another night to come out and do His work, as servants of the Heavenly Father. Really, that's all we could hope for, is we covered the prophesy. And as you can see by the title, Rolling in the Spirit, that's exactly what we're going to do. There's a lot going on in the world, in Babylon, all right, and within Israel, and our job as, we're basically news anchors as watchmen on the watchtower is to watch for the adversary, watch for the enemy. Like the scripture says in 2nd Ezra, to set our houses in order, reprove our people, exhort, rebuke, edify, build up, and we're gonna just roll the spirit. Anybody got anything to bring it up?
I got some Ezekiel 3,
Yep.
Verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me.
Right, we're coming out the scriptures, so this is the word of the Heavenly Father, which we believe wholeheartedly in, that the Bible is the word of the Heavenly Father. All right, and we're giving the warning to our people, because the Heavenly Father blessed us with the eyesight to be able to see the things that other people, they just cannot see, because their spiritual eyes aren't open to it, man. They're lost in this world, lollygagging, and really bewitched through the high-level sorceries that Esau Edom is using to cast spells on our people, to have them basically just going off into the deep end, going into every wayward doctrine, going into these whorehouses, these so-called churches, look for different philosophies that are of this world. Go ahead, bro.
This is Revelation 1 and 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand.
And this is how you stay away from those wayward doctrines and these philosophies of the world. This is how the elect is going to come back unto the Father, that marriage of the people, starting with the elect, the 144,000, 12,000 out of each tribe. This is how they're going to be joined back unto the Heavenly Father, by reading and being blessed, coming back to our nationality, our culture, our heritage, following our high holy days, because right now we're doing what? We're rehearsing the righteous acts, and that word rehearsal goes into what? A practice for a main event, and we know the main event, a rundown of the main event, and that main event is what? The kingdom of heaven, in which the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, whom the world ignorantly called God, is going to put His laws, His statutes, His commandments in our inward parts, and we're going to rule the world with perfection. This is what we seek to obtain, right? This is the promise that we was looking for since the beginning, since it was given to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the prophets, the disciples. Go ahead, brother.
Just to back you up, the spirit.
Ecclesiasticus, the book of Sirach, chapter 39, verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High,
Yep.
and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient,
Yep.
and be occupied in prophecies.
You see, the wisdom of all the ancient. Now, you see what's going on in the world is this new vibration, right? The adult, the kid set over the adult, right? The woman set over the man, right? This big experiment of, let's see how much we could F things up, right? Let's see what happens when we go against the culture. Let's see what happens when we try to implement our own codes and go against the law, statutes, and commandments of the scriptures. You see the world in an uproar. You see what's happening in Hong Kong. They're in an uproar. You see what's happening in Bolivia. They're in an uproar. You see what's happening in Colombia. They're in an uproar. You see what's happening in Iran. They're in an uproar. The world is in an uproar because the powers to be try to implement a system other than what the original plan was given by the Most High, our power, our Creator. And now what you see is a wreck, man. It's a train wreck. It's a train wreck, and the world is going to heal itself, and eventually it's going to get back to how it's supposed to be. But as the select men, I think it's First Kings. Heavenly Father said He set across 7,000 men that will not bow or knee to Baal. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, this is Isaiah 10 and 1, it
Yep.
says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees,
Oh yeah,
that
beautiful.
write grievousness which they have prescribed."
Beautiful. Okay, and what is an unrighteous decree? It's a law. So
It's
when you try to
penal code.
a penal code, right? Oh, black codes, shadow
That's it.
governments. So when you try to do your own, okay, yep. Yep. So when you try to do your own thing, when the manual, the scriptures, gives a solution to all the world's problems. You know, Esau got all these big think tanks, right? Millions of dollars he's pouring into trying to solve the problem of global warming, or trying to solve the food crisis, and trying to solve all these problems. But he's looking to everything other than the scriptures. I will tell you why though, because he can't. All right, he's that spirit of Cain, in which sin lies at the door. Meaning everything that he does, it has to be on the left hand side. He can't produce. The scriptures say, "Can you turn a crooked thing straight?" Esau, he can't produce nothing righteous. So everything he has to do is on the left hand side. Go ahead, bro.
1 Kings 19 and 18.
Yeah, but the water Yahweh Shimei shot just for this. Go ahead.
Yet I have left me 7,000 in Israel, all the knees which have not bowed unto Baal, and every mouth which hath not kissed him. He has not kissed him.
Yep, and Baal is just Baphomet, Satan,
God,
a demon,
Any
right?
type of deity that's not of the Most High.
That's right.
I got Romans 8 and 7. That was in on that, bro?
Yeah, come.
Romans 8 and 7. Because the carnal mind is enmity with the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of power, neither indeed can be.
Yeah,
So that goes right back into, them trying to separate themselves from the law of the Holy Father, you know what I'm saying? And make their own statutes and commandments up.
Right.
Where it says in Psalms 147 that statutes and commandments were given to who?
right.
The people of Israel, which are the true judges of the earth, man.
Hey, that's a beautiful
Okay.
point, because that's what they did.
Yeah.
They get.
Trying to fake like being the judge. So now
Yep, so-
their judgment is already obscured because they're going astray from birth. They lied.
Job 9:24,
Yeah.
right? Because then that's beautiful, because not in just the laws, but the people who were supposed to be set up to rule the earth and to be the oracles of the Most High, you took in them and you casted them aside. You're doing everything in your power possibly to keep your foot on their necks, to keep them from knowing who they are. And the world is wondering something. They're wondering what's going on, you know. And we're looking for what? Our Savior to come back and deliver us from this hellhole, this mess that Esau has created.
Come back here, bro.
Yep.
Psalms 50 verse 16, and it reads, "But unto the wicked the Most High said, What hast thou to do to declare my statute, or thou that shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth?"
Now the scriptures. Now you know how you know that the scriptures, the wicked, is talking about a specific group of people, because if that wicked was talking about Israel, wait, wouldn't you want the wicked to repent from their ways and get the laws and the statutes and commandments in their mouth? So that's how you know it's talking about a specific people. When you go to the book of Malachi, it'll tell you exactly who the wicked is, and the wicked is Esau. So the scripture is saying you could change that word wicked with unto Esau, Edom, which is the nation you so-called white people, right? Unto Esau, what have you to do to declare my statutes, seeing that you hated judgment? Because again, if it was talking about it wouldn't make sense for it to be talking about Israelites, because you would want Israelites to repent and turn from the way. The scriptures say in Isaiah, the 58th chapter, in the first verse, to cry out loud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions in the house of Jacob. So it's saying, you got that, brother?
Isaiah 58 verse 1.
Yep.
Cry aloud.
Yep.
Spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins.
So my people, now go back to Psalms, brother Kashaf.
Psalms 50 verse 16, "But unto the wicked..."
But look, but unto the wicked, the Heavenly Father is not he's not contradicting himself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. He's not contradicting himself. But unto the wicked, go ahead.
The Heavenly Father said, "What hast thou to do to declare my
So
statute?"
Esau, what the hell? You profane. You gave up your birthright, right? You didn't receive the blessing, right? You know how you don't trick yourself into the Holy Land, because the scripture said that they would do that, right? Who are the little kids? Go to Malachi real quick.
This is Malachi 1 and 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down.
And then Esau built this city. Esau built Babylon. Esau built America. Go ahead.
And they shall call them the border of wickedness.
Why do you think we call you the devil? Why do you think over in the Middle East they call you the great Shaitan? Why in South America they call you the Diablo? Right? Everybody has a byword for you that links back to wicked. You're the wicked.
Yeah, I got something real quick. This is Proverbs 29:1. It says, he that being often reproved harden his neck shall suddenly be destroyed, and that without remedy. All right? And we're seeing that. That's what's happening to the so-called white people, okay, which is the nation of Edom, man. They're getting reproved to the utmost, man, okay? When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
Yep.
But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
Now-
So that just gives evidence more to Job 9:24, man.
That's right.
That's how you know this place is ruled by who? The so-called white man, which is Esau, Edom. Because if not, that build up is him lying and going over to all these nations, like it says. He spread his wine across the gave his neighbor strong drink to drink. Okay, that's what's happening to all these governments. That's why all these governments are toppling, because it's a lie. He built his. If this brother got it already, city built on blood. Salaki, bro, for taking over real quick.
Habakkuk 12.
That's Habakkuk. I went to the name.
Yeah.
Well, I'm right here, Habakkuk. I'll bring it out.
Yeah.
Habakkuk 2:12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establish a city by iniquity.
There you go. You see, and that's why everything is crumbling down around Esau, Edom's kingdom, man, because everything was established off the stealing, robbing, and murdering, man, and lies, man.
If I got this precept, it's Habakkuk 2 and behold, his soul which is
But
lifted
you have
up
back, brother.
is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith.
Yep.
And when you go into that word upright, it means to be right, be straight, be level, be upright, be just, be lawful, be smooth. So
And
that's what they said, it's not upright in him. So he cannot be lawful. He
Yeah,
cannot,
just like
he
this
cannot
brother
be
was
right.
saying,
Yeah.
you know.
It says you can't turn a wicked thing straight. You know?
Crooked thing
Crooked
straight.
thing straight. So,
Yeah.
Let's go back to Malachi, right? Because Malachi leaves out who the wicked is, and also let's go to First Maccabees. Yep. First Maccabees, the first chapter, it tells you who the wicked is, right? Go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna start back at, and they shall call them the border of wickedness.
Yeah, again, so everybody, all these nations are calling Esau these bywords, right? And somebody get Isaiah the 14th chapter, right?
And then it says, and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever.
Now, this is the wicked. This is the people, all right? Because it talked about Esau, right? Have I hated? But then when it talked about Esau, remember in Genesis it says Esau is Edom. So now in Malachi it's saying, and the people is plural, not the person, but the people in whom I have indignation forever. Those people are Esau and his descendants, which are the Edomites, man, which are the people the Heavenly Father hates. Which are you so-called white people? It's clear as day. The evidence is pointed to you 110%, man. You're 110% guilty.
that's right.
Caught red-handed, okay, as they say. All right. So what else I call for?
Isaiah 14.
Isaiah 14, where it said the first Maccabees. Yep. Yep.
Go to the point.
Yeah, you go right to the point. Matter of fact, start at 1 and 1, and then you could jump down to the point.
First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 1.
Because Esau loves to, you love to brag and boast about your Western civilization. So now we got to make you eat your Western civilization, right? This Greco-Roman system that you set up with a Senate and a Congress, right? A president that visits and comes and go. This is the same system that you set up, and guess what? It's the spirit, because that system failed, right? So you built your house on goddamn sand, man. You never built your house on foundation. Rome fell. Rome came and it burnt already. You tried to build it back up, you know, and that's insanity when you try to do the same thing and expect a different result,
It's madness.
right? So you want to boast and, you know, civilization started with the Greeks, in which we know what you mean. You mean your civilization started with the Greeks, because you can't say civilization started with the Greeks and dismiss the Babylonians and dismiss the Persians and dismiss the Medes, all right, and dismiss our father Abraham. Wasn't Abraham before the Greeks? Weren't we civilized then? Is Abraham your father? Do you claim him? Do you claim Isaac? How about Jacob? What about Adam? Right? So we know that what you're saying when you say civilization started with the Greeks. You devils came out of the caves then. That's when you had your first stronghold on the earth, man. That's when you began. That's when we taught you how to read and write and how to wash your ass, man. All right? And now, so we're going to go to your history because the Bible is a history book. It's our history book, and it's a history book. There's circle of history in the Bible. All these characters that are in the scriptures, your history teachers recognize them all. Herod, all right, Caesar, okay, name some more, Artaxerxes, Agrippa, all right, Nebuchadnezzar, right, Alexander, all these empires, these are real places. Jason Nate just did a beautiful video of basically of different artifacts and relics around the world and scholars that dig up certain things basically to validate the scriptures, to confirm that what's written in our book to be the true word of the Heavenly Father.
That's right.
Because through pseudoscience, which that word pseudoscience is basically just fake bullshit that Esau Edom has made up. He'll have it so that you think that the world is trillions of something years old and the flood was just a mythical project. But every civilization with a writing text has some type of recording in their history concerning this flood, man.
That's right.
Concerning the things that happened in the book. It all links up. And now that the Hebrew Israelites are just we pumping, we working. Now it's forced to lay everything out on the table, and now Christians got to go back and they got to examine. Now everybody's being forced to go back and examine what they really believe, because Esau is trying so hard to make this seem like it's just a fantasy book, like it's a fake book, it's a false book. But you know what? We're not surprised, because you're what? You're the devil that the Bible speaks of. You're that deceiver that was we put you in that seal. You was that deceiver that was let go for a short amount of time to do what? What did the scripture say you would do? Go forth and deceive the earth. And that's exactly what you did. And you did a great job at it, man. You took our Lord and Savior, which is a dark-skinned man. You painted him as a white man, man. He had short hair. You put him with long hair. He had dark skin. You put him with pale skin. The scripture said he had red eyes. You painted him with blue eyes, man. So you did exactly what you was set out to do. And guess what we're doing? Exactly what the scriptures say. The spirit of the prophets are subjected to the prophets.
Can I bring this out real quick?
Go ahead, bro.
This is Romans 1:25. It says, "Who changed the truth of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator?"
And this is what you want to do. It's gotten so bad, right? The scriptures say, in the last time, men will be lovers of themselves. So before, in the ancient world, you got men to worship idols, right? Things of gold, statues, different.
Well, first themselves, because you had Nebuchadnezzar, then you had what's his name, Antiochus Epiphanes. You know, they wanted the worship of them.
Yeah, and now it's to this day, when in the era of social media, Facebook, Snapchat, what are people? People are big lovers of themselves, man. Selfies, filters. They're lovers of themselves.
Your page is idolizing you.
Yeah, idols, American idols. So you all this,
yeah.
you know.
Your status is off. Who likes you?
Yep. Nothing moral, nothing truthful. You don't gotta be truthful. You don't have no type of morals. You don't have no type of integrity. You just gotta be the biggest liar, the biggest fronter, man. All right, have the most likes, and that's you get validity in this world with bullshit. And this is what we come to. Go ahead, bro.
First Maccabees.
That was good. That was good.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
First Maccabees 1:1. And it happened that after Alexander, the son of Philip the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chetam, had slain Darius the king of the Persian and the Medes.
Ain't this history, right?
You can go on the encyclopedia.
You can go to YouTube.
They
You can go to
teach
Yale.
schools
You can go
about
to
Alexander
Harvard.
the Greek. Go
ahead, bro.
No, in schools they teach about Alexander the Greek and history.
Right, but then when it comes to when we want to come out the scriptures, it's a fairy tale book.
Yeah.
Come on, man, give us a break. That's why. But you know what? It's for us. It was always for us. It was always what we believed in. You devils got your hands on it and you mangled it. but for a short season, your time is up. Now the truth is coming out. Go ahead, bro.
Had smitten Darius the kings of the Persian in the Medes, that he reigned in his stead the first over Greece. When I was down, bro.
Yo, good.
And made many wars and won many strongholds.
And that's what they did. You brag and boast about Alexander the Great. How fast he conquered. What, it took him 12 years?
12 years.
12 years to conquer the whole ancient known world. That's exactly what he did. Go ahead, brother.
And made many wars and won many strongholds.
Right, the flame links, which was their main weapon of choice, which was an 18-foot spear. The average knife sword at that time was, 3-4 feet.
Yeah.
And you had these Edomites that had 18-foot spears, and not only did that's like they had a Uzi on you know what I mean, where everybody else is playing with muskets, man.
What you call a slingshot?
A slingshot where everybody else, and then they were so skilled in it, and then they just had long spears, but
That's Esau's blessing, the swords.
it's like, oh yeah.
It's true, man. You know what I'm saying? That the warfare that they came with, that phalanx.
It was superior weapon.
That's why they was able to conquer so fast.
Right. Because now you look at the Grecians, the Persians, they outnumbered those Greeks almost 3-1, man.
Yeah.
It was said that the Persian arrows could blot out the sun. Darius had so many provinces. The world had never seen an empire like Darius's at that time. The Medo-Persian Empire, it was vast. It was colossal. But Alexandria, they got busy. And you give it to the devil. The devil had heart. Alexandria wasn't no punk. Like these goddamn generals, these modern day generals, these bitch ass Edomites and bunkers, are calling the shots. But Alexandria was front line with his, man. All right.
It says, and made many wars and won many strongholds, and slew the kings of the earth, and went forth to the end of the earth, that and took spoil of many nations, and so much that the earth was quiet before him.
Right. Alexandria walked into Egypt, because by the time that Alexandria got to Egypt, the Egyptians had already heard of his military brilliance.
Yep.
So they was like, look, we ain't fucking with this dude.
And plus, their weapons wasn't superior neither.
Oh no. So when you walked into Egypt, they dubbed him the Pharaoh. And it goes to show you that prior to this, they had no history or no culture, because what did they do? They took on the cultures of the people that they conquered. And that was a first. What did Nebuchadnezzar say to his general? Look, basically, give me earth and water, basically. Let me take over. And if not, I'm going to destroy everything. And then I'm going to force you to be like us. That's what you do when you take over. You take somebody over, you don't put on their garbs and take on their language. You strip away what they got and you make them take on your own. But what the Esau did, when he went to these different places, he took on the attributes and the gods and the culture of the people. And to this day, he does the same thing. Right. When you look at this system that's been set up in America, they took after what God did, man. You think of judges in this society, and you think of the Supreme Court. But we've been had judges, man. We got a whole book of judges that you could look back to in our culture. Everything that we did, these devils have stole from us. So they have no culture, okay? Go ahead, bro.
It says, and went through the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him, whereupon he was exalted, and his heart was lifted up.
And then what was their symbol? Speaking of exaltation, the eagle. All right. And then what does the scripture say about that pride, man? He exalted himself as the eagle. So the first symbol of the eagle, the first people who took on the symbol of the eagle was Alexandria. All right, and the Grecians, and then the Romans, and then guess who follows suit? The rest of these Edomite nations follow suit. All right, France, the Nazi Germany, and to this day, America. All right, the British.
Germany.
All right, the Germans. Okay, go ahead.
And he gathered a mighty strong host and ruled over countries and nations and kings who became tributary unto him.
And they became tribute unto him, meaning they paid taxes to him. Who does the world pay taxes to this day? Esau, Edom. Yep. Why? Because what's the world reserve currency? The U.S. dollar. In order to get in order to get oil, what you got to do?
Go through them. Go
You
through
got to go through their system.
the SWIFT
You
network.
was breaking it down. You could just speak on it.
Go through the SWIFT system, man. In order to do hand-to-hand business with a next-door neighbor to you, you have to use the SWIFT system first to pass your legal tender through America, and then America, which in turn turns that legal tender from that country into their own paper, and then it goes to the next country to be exchanged over. So
Now-
it's like them buying money from America. Almost.
Right. Now, how do you obtain that power? First, it has to be military.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody going to deal with you if you don't have the military might. So this is what they had to do. First, he had to run a military campaign, right? Take over these countries, and then they pay tribute unto him. So when you go to Job 9 and 24, Job is asking a question there, man. That question has to be answered.
What group of people?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It says, and after these things he fell sick and perceived that he should die. Wherefore he called his servants.
And that's how you know the Heavenly Father is a perfect author, because you picture him like, you know what I mean? Like, in normal cases, things don't happen like the movie. You know, I'm sick, I'm on my deathbed, and we call together my generals. You know, he's the perfect author, the perfect director. So when Alexander fell sick, he called together his generals. Go ahead.
Such as were honorable and had been brought up with him from his youth,
Yep.
and parted his kingdoms
And
among them.
And that's what they did. So they said, okay, Seleucus, you're gonna take Asia. Ptolemy, you're gonna take Egypt. I'm gonna take Greece. You're gonna take, Cassandra, you're gonna take this part. They parted it away, right? But guess what? There's no honor amongst thieves, man. There's no loyalty amongst the wicked. So what did they do after they did this? They just did what thieves do. They fought each other, man. Go ahead, bro.
Says, wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdoms among them while he was yet alive. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servant bare wool every one in his place. And after his death, they all put crown upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evil will multiply in the earth.
You see, and that's when evils will multiply on earth, because I think it's is it 1 in 36 when it goes into Ptolemy the Fourth giving that decree that everybody should leave their laws.
Yeah.
One in 40.
Yeah, what is it? Yeah, about 40.
Yeah, you want me to read it out, bro?
Please, Baba Kasha.
This first Maccabees chapter 1, verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people.
Yeah, hey, now you wonder, where does this, Jake got this thing, oh, I'm woke. Jake can be like, oh, stay woke, vote for Bernie, But Jake swear they woke, but they ain't know no level. But where does this one world order vibration come from? Where does this Illuminati vibration come from, right? Everybody getting together, everybody joining hand in hand, everybody getting along. The United Nations. This is ancient. This is an ancient way. This is an ancient idea. Okay, go ahead.
And everyone should leave his laws, so all the heathen agree to according to the command of the kings.
Yep. So now we talk about evils being multiplied on the planet. What happened prior to this? The Ammonites could trace their history back to a man named Ammon. The Moabites could trace their history back to a man named Moab. Everybody knew who their biblical, or what should we say biblical, but everybody knew who their nationality was. But at this point, he forced everybody to leave their own nationality and to go by things like what you know as today as Chinese, or as Indian, or just different. And then later on, they called them Indians and stuff, which goes back to savages. I'm talking about the East Indians, but this is where all this confusion and this mess started, man.
Yep.
They had their cultures, and everybody knew these people had their way, these people had their way, these people had this way. And now what he did was cause a big ball of confusion, man.
And he reads, yea, men also of the Israelites consented to his religion.
You see that? And you have our own people who just, and the people, our people have that same mentality to this day. To go along, to get along. You can't beat them, join them type shit. You always had different type of sectors of Israelites. You had pure sellouts, right? Which were cowards. go along to get along. You had zealots, and you had basically the elect, man. The elect that just did everything according to the scriptures on what the Heavenly Father wanted to do. And you had people that would just look. They were zealots, man. Like to this day, you got people that are just Black Panthers. You know, you could tell them about the truth, but they're like, nah, fuck that. I got my guns. When shit hit the fan, I'm shooting shit up. And that's what's in their spirit to do.
And you know, those groups are back here, man. They're all here. And if you look clear enough with the eyesight, man, you can tell what group is what.
Yep.
Okay? Without even saying names, in our head, we already know what groups are who. You see what I'm saying? And that's through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Because you can see what's going on. And the brother's right, man. All those groups are back here right now. And the Lord's painting everybody into that corner, man. You're gonna get put where you have to get put at, man. Okay? So go ahead, brother.
Yeah, it's a little bit more.
Finish it.
Yeah.
This is many also of the Israelites considered his religion in sacrifice unto idol.
And they're doing the same thing to this day. They're sacrificing unto idols. Molech. Just give Alicia Keys, allowing her son to paint her nails and pushing that vibration. You're sacrificing your child, man.
Having kids.
Christmas, right?
Dress up in, for Halloween.
Easter, right? Christmas. Telling your kid that some fat white dude is going to come down the chimney and give him some gifts, right? The scripture said, gift destroyeth the heart. Okay? So you guys are doing the same thing to this day, man. But there's punishment that's coming to you people for doing such a thing, man. Because you were held to a higher standard. And you hearing the prophets makes it even worse for you.
This is the book of Job 20:4. Knowing thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumph from the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite before a moment.
That's right.
Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach into the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him.
Neither shall your Esau's ease place behold him, man. He's gonna be the only nation that's gonna be totally annihilated off the face of the earth, man. The scriptures say the Heavenly Father created everything, even the wicked, for the day of destruction. All right, and this is why He created Esau, to show the elect of Yasharahla a world that's ruled, all right, by the wicked. All right, for that balance, man. To be that balance.
Proverbs 16:4, the Lord hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil.
You see? And this is the day of evil. Evil meaning bad times. And this is some bad times that we living in, man.
That's it.
All hell is breaking loose all throughout the earth, man. This is the worst case scenario, man. These women are totally bugged the hell out of their mind, man. Everybody's depressed. I don't care what the hell you say. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how famous you are, how many likes you got. Everybody's in some form of depression being on this earth, man. Celebrities, stars, okay? I don't care about none of that. All right, this is a depressing place to be, man. This place is terrible, man.
That's right. And it's through the spirit. That's why everybody's depressed, man. Everybody's feeling that spiritual pressure, man. Okay, whether you're on the left hand side or the right hand side,
especially if you're a jit, man.
You feeling it, man.
Okay. Bills, all right.
Everything.
Your job, you gotta work harder. Our bodies are breaking down more and more because the food is even more polluted. The oxygen is more polluted. The mental stress of taking care of your family, the inflation of the prices, taxation. This is no way to live, man.
It's so much your body to take, man. After a while, but that's why this place is called America, which means what? It means bitter. But when the brother read it earlier in Proverbs 29:2, it says what? When the righteous in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. So much so, it's not just in America no more. It's been spread out through the whole country. Because it says what? That pretty much Babylon has been the golden cup into the Lord's hand. He had made everyone drunken. And they are what? They are mad. You know, this is why these nations are gearing up primarily to come against Babylon, man, because they're fed up. You know, that they polluting the whole world, man, with this wickedness, with this philosophy, with this policy. You know what I'm saying? You got homosexual running rampant. You got, everything is out of order, man. And this is why the Lord has to come, because He says this is why He has a controversy with the inhabitants of the earth, man. You know, because there's no truth, there's no knowledge, right, of the Most High in the land. And that's why He got to come with this to do away. Because not, man, there's gonna be no flesh to be saved. You know, there's gonna be no flesh to be saved. You
got a precept. Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction.
See, so Esau's agenda is to destroy everybody. We see in the Georgia Guidestone, this is his agenda. This is his objective. Every day to come up with a plan, and in his Bilderbergs and his what's called foreign councils. You know what I'm saying, right? To come with a plan to destroy everybody, because he's adverse to life. Mm-hmm. This is what the scripture's saying. He's profane, man. Mm-hmm. He's outside the temple. Right. His spirit is not upright. If you leave it up to him, yo, everything's turned upside down. You're called good, bad, and bad, good. You know what I'm saying? This is the characteristics of the devil. You can't bring something something clean out of unclean. You know?
Micah chapter 2, verse 1. A woe unto them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their bed. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands.
That's right. It's showing you who's in power. Esau, Edom, because the scripture says the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Right. So they're making plans to go to other countries, to oppress a man in his own land. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? To drop bombs, to go in there and invade, set up their own politics and governors inside. Hey, you see that before Esau got there, the land was flourishing. Right. Everything was going good, the economy. Yep. As soon as Esau touched down, man, the whole shit's in still ruins, man.
Because you said something too. Mm-hmm. You mentioned the the lands, and so Elder Marsh was talking about this guy that he goes to that he works with. He works in a cubicle with, and every time he talks about the poverty, let's take South America for example. The first thing they mention are the corrupt leaders. Well, the question is why is America always dealing with so-called corrupt leaders? Why can't America go to these places and find good people to deal with them, so that these people could be in a good shape, right? You gotta ask yourself the question: why is it always the corrupt people that are in these places that Americans are dealing with, man? All right, you gotta ask yourself this question: why can't you can't go to Latin America and find good people so that you could deal with? The problem is they don't want to find good people that they could deal with. They want to find these people that's going to be willing to sell out their own people to fit America's agenda, to keep Latin America as poor as it is, and to keep
spilling the resources over into America. That's what they want, man. They want to steal oil. And if you have anything like lithium, gold, quartz, anything like that, man, America gonna be there, man. Look, they pillaging Africa.
Yep, I got you, bro. Mm-hmm. Verse 2. They cover fields and take them by violence.
That's right.
And houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage.
That's right. So, like I said, they want your natural resources. And if you ain't going to move over and let them take them, they're going to break you. And if they get in there, they're going to move in and act like it was theirs from the jump, man.
Carmen, I was going to say that they want your natural resources and your nationality.
Yeah. That's why I just said. They want to move into your house and it's not even like they was living there.
It's not even just being the best of the best. I can see why you want to be the Joshua, but damn, you want to be him. You down in South Africa talking about I'm a South African. You an Australian talking about I'm an Australian. You are an American. You know, Esau love to play the that 10% Native American in me. You know, you want to be everybody else but the last samurai. But Esau, you got fucking a whole movement of Edomites that swear up and down that the Egyptians, were Edomites, man. I mean, you couldn't tell them anything else, but you want to steal people's inheritance, man, their nationality.
Carl, and it goes to show their power real quick. The same way they put up that false image of Yahweh Shai. Was it last year or the year before when National Geographic released that bust that looked like Bette Midler talking about this was one of the queens of Egypt.
Yeah.
Even the average
we computerized it. We reconstructed the face.
It was like Barbara Streisand. My fault.
Yeah.
Fertility.
I think so. That was to Cleopatra. I mean, Cleopatra was a.
It was corn, so it had to be Nefertiti.
Yeah. And that don't even sound, you know what I mean? Nefertiti. Come on, that's not your name, Esau.
They claim to be the Jews, you know?
Yeah. And that's the main thing. That's where you fucked up. You know, you could be him all you want, but as soon as you touch the apple of Heavenly Father's eye, all right, that's when you gotta pay.
Yeah, man. Esau's a devil, man. His track record says it all. You can see him, man. He'll kill you and take you down like the brother saying, but just showing you who does that, man. Like the scripture says, if not, where and who is it?
That's right.
And it's not the Chinese man, it's not the Israelite man, it's not the Moab, the Ishmaelites that's doing shit like
all
that.
fingers
Like
to you.
To you, you know?
Guilty, Esau.
Guilty.
You guilty, E.
He's
Going back to him being a fugitive and a vagabond.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
right.
Trying to get on a run. You know, he's a devil, man.
That's
That's what you do when you're on a run, right?
You want to wear different faces. Like, oh, yeah, that's not me. That's
That's
guy
right.
over
That's
there.
right. Now you rob a bank, right? And you got on dreads, and you know what I'm saying? And you got the 50th edition. What are you going to do when you're going to run? You're going to cut your dreads. You're going to wear a disguise. You're going to wear a mask.
And not just only that, if somebody identifies you, what are you going to do? They're going to put that person to death, or they're going to kidnap them or do more wicked acts and continue on, and then cover up again. So that's all it is.
You want to make them out to be a liar. You want to discredit them, you know? And that's why you think Jake gets discredited, man. They want to discredit the Hebrew Israelites. Hey, matter of fact, I think it's in Now This. It was I think they was in London, and it was a Jake. All right, it was some Khazars, some little Khazar little boy and a Khazar adult, and Jake was reading them Revelation. I know that blasphemy and thy works. All right, and them would say they are Jews and are not, and he was blasting with the scriptures. Now this went viral on this thing went viral, and it just so happened to be that it was a Muslim lady that was saying, hey, you shouldn't do that and don't do that, and all in the comment board, you had the Ishmaelites, little dirty, filthy Ishmaelites, and Khazars and Edomites, all on the same accord against Jake. The hatred for the Jake was real as hell in them comment boards, and you see the unity all in this great. You got a Muslim standing up for a Jew and this, that, and the third. Go ahead, bro.
Hold on, that goes back into that crafty council, you know, counseling us off from being a nation.
Right, because they were both in that crafty council. And what did they say? That we're gonna put our differences aside to deal with these people, and that's exactly what they did. Now I'm sitting there like, oh, it must be nice because you got Muslims and Jews killing each other and bombing the hell out of each other, but they'll put all that aside real quick when it comes to Jake, man. That's exactly what they did. It proves that those spirits and that vibration, it validates the scriptures, man.
Con, I can bring out that Psalms 33.
Yeah, Con.
This is Psalms 83:1. It says, "Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace."
Now
be
look,
still.
me personally, I'm just man. I would never done that. Been on a train blasting Esau like that, but the Lord put the spirit on that man to do that.
For this time.
The Lord put the spirit on him. Everybody was there. He wasn't holding back no punches, man. He wasn't holding back no punches. So read that again at the top, Baba Kasha.
It says, "Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. But they have consulted together with one consent."
With one consent. That means, come on, these nations, don't they have beef? They're going to name the nations in there. Moab, didn't you go to war with Esau? How many times did you go to war with Esau, Moab? Ishmael, how many times did you go to war? How many times did you go to war with Esau, right? Ammon. Right? Then you get an atomic bomb, Ammon. But even in the ancient world, you motherfuckers was fighting each other.
Yep.
You could go back to Alexander and the Persians, all right? Wasn't you guys fighting each other back then? So y'all still have beef to this day, and y'all still gonna collaborate together to come up against Yasharallah, man. ain't gonna be no hatred for these Muslims like it is for Jake once all hell break loose. Jacob's trouble comes and kicks into play. Ishmael gonna be right. Hey, Ishmael gonna get a pass, man.
It said it. We said it says the black it says well, we surpassed the white.
Yep.
Yeah, we surpassed the white.
More
white
dangerous than
percentage.
Al-Qaeda.
More Al-Qaeda. You know what I'm saying?
Now Al-Qaeda is the biggest. That's the enemy.
Right.
Huh.
When did we do 9/11?
They beheading people.
Blowing himself up.
Yeah.
See that Southern Law Property Center that's not written but controlled by people like George Soros, all those people because they want to control the narrative. Now, if you can show us a book where we all got together, not us in general, but our people, with lynch mobs dragging people down the street with trucks, chains, bombing churches. You know what I'm saying? Things of this. Right in this modern time, you had Timothy McVeigh bomb a whole damn building.
And yeah, this devil that went into the church.
And shout out those people. Come on, man. And the faith still hasn't changed. Who is the man that's always going into places and killing other people?
And who's the most hated? How are we still the most hated?
I don't understand this.
How? All these documentaries. That 13 was a heavy documentary on Netflix.
Yeah.
Everybody and their grandmother got Netflix.
Right.
How are we still hated? How can't the because it's where the Hebrew Israelites. It's gotta be. These devils talking about we some Canaanites. Can't be. They ain't catching this much hell.
Exactly. There ain't nothing happening.
They ain't catching
no
this much
slack.
hell.
Right. It's like whoever's in power has the control of the narrative, man. What they put out and what they seem, what the people takes in propaganda. And this is why, though, the men's out there on the highways and byways, breaking down strongholds. We see that we're not out there doing none of the things like the brother said. But we see what the Lord means by the words, man. How it's quick and powerful, man. Even, cutting asunder, man. To the soul, to the bones, you know what I'm saying? But the scripture says this got to happen first, though. This is in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means.
Hey, shall I read one?
One? Come on. It says, now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by the letter as from us, as the day of Yahushua is at hand. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, that man of sin be revealed.
And that falling away has happened.
Mm-hmm.
And now you start to realize that falling away happened to us so that we could build ourselves back up, man.
Right.
But through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
That's right.
So that we could actually take part in it, so that we could have something, this glory in what we did. That's how we're going to glorify the Father. By this miracle that's happening, by this resurrection of these people that were once dead, man. See how bad the Heavenly Father is? That and even in your personal life, when you come into this truth, you get broken down, man. That old man dies. That old man dies, and you get put at a crossroad to where, this truth will drain you. And the Heavenly Father is going to test you. He's going to try you, but he's going to want you to pick your life back up and build yourself back up and to be a better man, man. To be a better brother, to be a better father, to be a better person. And we're going to keep pushing this. Because this is what the building up of the tabernacle of David is. This is what the kingdom of heaven is. The kingdom of heaven is going to be made up of men. The kingdom is going, just like Israel was a people before it was a place. The kingdom of heaven is a people before it's a place. This Lord said the kingdom of heaven dwelleth in you.
I got a quick one. This is 1 Peter 3:16. It says, having a good conscience, that whereas they speak evil of you as of evildoers, they may be ashamed that falsely accuse your good conversation in Yahushua. And that's what's going to happen, man. Because they playing that old card, accuser of their brethren. When we did nothing. We're the people on the bottom. What can we do? We don't have an army. We don't have a say-so. We got dropped off in a land where we don't have no control, like the scriptures say. We got to go to them in one of all things. They beat us. You beat us. We down at the lowest point, and we still the enemy. Right. How did that happen?
Right.
It doesn't make any sense. So that's Esau is losing his grip on reality, man. Okay,
He lost his grip.
he's lost it.
Yeah.
You know.
Like everything's set from a point in time. The Lord has set his bounds where he can't pass. Now it's the point where he's losing everything now. Because the Lord said there's gonna be to happen a transition. That paradigm shift. Where he had the end of his world is coming, and the world of Israel is coming next. Esau should be the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. Now it's a surprise. Like, yo, what the fuck is going on? I had everything in control. I had these people asleep. You know what I'm saying? I had the whole world under my thumb, going through. No nations coming against America, dropping bombs. But now the Lord's raising up people, man. He said, "Let the weak say that I'm strong." He's getting all these nations these capabilities. He's putting the spirit in Israel to wake up. This is all the signs and prophecy that have said that these things must happen. But what? Before all these things happen, it says that first, it says, there shall come a falling away first, and that the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who oppose and exalt himself above all that is called God and that is worship, so that he, as God, sit in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. So it was a point where he made everyone love Esau. He made the whole world believe that Esau couldn't do nothing wrong. Now that role is being flipped, and the men of the Lord are doing it, and the nations are all in cahoots to come against Esau, which is that's all fulfilling prophecy. Those that join in confederacy shall, has deceived thee, has laid a wound under thee. So now it seems that this is the downfall. When you have the men of the Lord out there teaching and prophesying, that was a sign that this kingdom was going down, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But we're in that time, man. This is the best time to be an Israelite, man. You know what I'm saying? We're into a time where now the Lord is paying a visit, man. The nation, Iran, is chanting death to America. We wish you would come up against us, But this is what it is. You got something like, but
This is Micah 5:11. And I will cut off the cities of thy land, and dwell on all thy strongholds. And I will cut off witchcrafts out of thy hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers. Thy graven images also will I cut off, and thy standing images out of the midst of thee. And thou shalt no more worship the work of thine hands. And I will pluck up thy groves out of the midst of
And
thee.
that's basically Esau being exposed, man.
Right.
And it's the spirit that, you got Donald Trump in office, and what's his favorite line?
Fake news.
Fake news. And how did the news anchors was basically Esau's
Magic wand.
They're baffled. Like, what is he doing?
it was his propaganda arm, man. It was a propaganda arm of white supremacy, man. That's what the news is, man.
Painting that beautiful picture.
That was how. But right, you remember growing up?
Yeah.
In every news site there was a Jake looking for a black man. You know what I mean? Robbed the witch. So you thought that shit, man. Black people just can't get right, man. You're dangerous. You didn't see Esau plastered up. You watch Cops. Look, black boys, what did you want? Hey, it was in the hood chasing some nigga down. You know what I'm saying?
The emotion we see with Esau is he's drunk, getting pulled over.
Right. And then you look at the FBI statistics, you're like, damn, what a Esau getting locked up more than anybody else.
Yeah.
Right? You thought that Jake was the #1 person on welfare.
Right.
You look at the statistics and you're like, damn, Esau is on welfare more than anybody else.
That's right.
You know who's the #1 user of drugs? Esau. But you would think that it was Jake through Hollywood, right? Who's the #1 consumer of alcohol? Esau. Smokers of cigarettes, suicide rate, murderers, rapists, right? So when the truth comes out, when that witchcraft gets worn off,
That's that power.
guess what happens? It's being taken away from you because we keep pushing it, man. If you're the devil, which means a deceiver, and you no longer have that art to deceive anymore, what are you? You're just a beast nobody wants to be around, man. You're just you're just a weirdo. You're just a monster.
Which he is.
You always was, but you had that big. You transferred yourself into an angel of light.
Yeah, that's right.
So you was that good guy. You was Cesare. You know, you was what's that? You was Leave It to Beaver, right? But now you just what's that? MSNBC, How to Catch a Predator. Chris Hansen. Now it's Scooby Doo, right? It's always the person that they would least expect, man. But that's that witchcraft coming off. So now you got Donald Trump pushing that fake news, and now you starting to see it for what it is.
Yeah.
CNN is garbage, man.
And that goes to that scripture. He had made Esau bare. He had lifted up his secret places.
Yeah, if I may add to the fact that the devils are divided against themselves, that's a sign of them going down, man.
Right.
Because just every kingdom divided against itself shall not stand. You know?
Now, what was given to him? The fatness of the earth, right? So what they were supposed to do was they were supposed to divide the portion. You know, you take this and you take that and you take this. So, carnally speaking, Russia and America were supposed to get along. They were supposed to say, "Look, you get the left, I'm gonna get the right." Isn't that what Abraham and Lot did?
Yeah.
Abraham was like, "Look, man, I don't care which one you take. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna take the other one. You do you, and I'm gonna do me." That was what they were supposed to do. But what are they doing? Russia infiltrating America, America infiltrating Russia, and this spy and this spying on this, and they bought these two nations that have the strongest military in the world. They can enforce their will on anybody. Nobody can say or do anything. They putting terrorists and fighting one another, and they brought the world to the brink of destruction to the point where they're gonna take each other out. According to what the brother said, if Satan be divided against Satan, how can his house stand? Because if they were united, who could come up against them? Nobody. To the point where you got these two nations, they're looking for Russia as an umbrella against another Edomite nation. When they should have made like Lot and Abraham and said, "Look, you take this side, I'm gonna take this side."
Not to mention, you had mentioned about Ptolemy and the Grecians.
Oh, yeah,
the four generals. The same thing happened with them. They started beefing against each other, and then their kingdom fell.
Right. Alexander put on all this work, and they was with them, and they was like, "Look, let's go home." But Alexander was like, "Nah, nigga." It was prophesied that I was gonna. The Jews told me that I was gonna rule the whole world, so we got to keep going. But they was like, "Look, man, let's just look at what we did. Let's enjoy the fruits of our labor. Let's go get some women, or what, into little boys. Let's get some food and whatever, and let's enjoy it." But they wanted to keep going because of that greed, that pride. But and then when they split it in half, but what did they do? They fought each other, man. Instead of just doing their thing, they fought each other, man. They fought each other. Go ahead, bro.
And it shows you in that movie on Netflix with Colin Farrell playing Alexander the Great. It showed you how his men wanted to go home, and then it shows you on his deathbed how they were all sitting around waiting to hear what they was gonna get. Yeah. So they show you that in the movie that Alexander the forgot what it's called.
Alexander, that's in the book.
Yeah, Con. I got a precept. This is Mark. This is the book of Mark, chapter 3, verse 24. It says, "And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand." And Esau, you've been given a kingdom and you divided against yourself. Democrat versus the Republican. It's gonna be a civil war in America, man. The red and I call it they call it the donkey and the elephant. And I said, look, the circus is up, man. Those are fucking animals, man. The circus is up, man. The donkey versus the elephant, the Republican versus the liberal, the South versus the North. All right. Brexit, Now you got the Scottish one out of the United Kingdom. First it was the UK getting out of the European Union, and now you got the Scots. The Scots is like, shit, we want out of the United Kingdom.
If I may add too, you have the president of France, Emmanuel Macron, is basically telling the European countries to get themselves together. Because they can no longer rely on America, man.
Oh yeah.
That was an article.
Yeah. That's what it does. But you see, even that's prophecy in itself, because they said the beast shall hit the home, man. The zero countries, EU, they're gonna come against America, man.
And then, mind you, he mentioned some military.
Yeah.
He didn't just mention economics or politically. Yeah. He said military. We need to form a European a coalition, because look, you got these Russians to the left of us and these Americans to the right, which we can't trust them no more. Again, like the brother said, that's biblical prophecy.
I got two precepts. Yep. This is Isaiah 19:2, "And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor."
Trump said if he get impeached, right? He said it's gonna be a civil war, and you got these Edomite. Y'all keep sleeping on these goddamn Edomites, man.
They're real, man.
Keep sleeping on these Edomites.
Pressing
With these big-
ammunition in their base. That's all they doing in the South, man. And they show you because Trump, so lucky brother. Trump actually just recently said 2 days ago that if they keep going on about this impeachment shit, he's gonna impose martial law.
Yeah.
That's gonna cause stuff all on its own. So
You got people to the left that are out of their mind. You got people to the right that are out, because the Heavenly Father is working on them. They got angels. The scriptures say the angels are working on these people's minds, man.
I think it was earlier this year where they said for the first time, I guess for 1 week or 2 days, they let California buy assault rifle ammunition, and they said it went 7 days ago for the
Shit.
ammunition in Cali.
But that goes to speak to the bodies that's gonna be laid out in America. What you think people gonna do with bullets, man? You got these stupid, bro.
The scripture says there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation. So basically the everything is set, the stage is set, but it's only a matter of time before all hell will break loose, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna bring that out.
Let me just finish real quick. It says, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
That's right.
And that goes in with 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. For because of their pride the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and the men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation.
See, the scripture said that pity's gonna be out the window. You ain't even gonna think of no pity. And look how heartless people are, bro.
It's getting worse.
Food.
Yeah. It's getting
Well,
worse.
many shall wax cold.
It's getting worse.
Worse
Man.
and worse.
It's getting worse.
Me, son. I'm doing me, son.
And
You
that's
know,
why we out
grimy.
here.
It's gonna be some grimy, slimy ass niggas.
True colors coming out now.
Yeah, man. All those demons, because these demons are unleashed. Because the gathering, which is the police. You know, nigga ain't gonna really do much because, you know, police will come. But as soon as, what? No police?
Oh, hell break.
You call fucking 911, you get a busy signal? Or ain't nobody picking up? Once that word gets out, man.
Everybody got a joke.
Oh, man.
It's gonna be just like that Foot Locker commercial. Only difference is it's gonna be some dead bodies. Because Jake's gonna be out there killing niggas over stuff that he ain't even gonna need. It's gonna be a great judgment. It's gonna look just like that.
Jake gonna kill you over a plasma screen. Ain't all the power gonna be out. Ain't gonna be no power, but Jake can kill you over goddamn
Still
plasma
need that.
screen, man.
Still need that TV.
Yeah.
And you know what proves that? The Black Friday. Every year they sell TVs. What's wrong with the TV that you bought
That's a
last
good
year?
question, bro.
I got a TV in my house that I have for like 5 or 6 years, bro. What the fuck? Why you need a TV every year?
Jake line up, you know what I mean? Like they had a fucking track meet, stiff arming
Weirdo,
each other and shit.
bro.
Man.
Weirdo.
And you be stupid to bring a child with you, man. They get trampled over right
Jump
now.
it over.
You wait till there's no food. You wait till there's no food.
Oh,
man.
it's coming.
You wait till your stomach is touching your back. You're gonna turn into a monster, man. You wait till there's no drugs. Because half of America's on drugs.
That's right.
They on Ritalin, Zoloft, they on all kind of shit, man. Going through withdrawals. You see what methadone mouth? You see how that shit is now? You wait. You wait.
That's the perfect example. Is a man's gonna want to go in the city. You basically want to get off at 93 on Mass Ave.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna let you.
You can go to the gauntlet.
You gonna keep it
You're gonna
with
get a
you.
bunch of fiends, a bunch of J's out there early and
They
go through withdrawals.
already out there deep too.
Yeah, they already got their coordinates.
Right by the exit.
Hold on, I can bring this out. This is 1 Peter 4:17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of our power. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of our power? And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly be set up?
Because if you're blessed to make it on the chariot, man, you went through some shit, man. You went through some shit. You are truly blessed, man. You're not gonna just get on there and just chilling. Nah, man. You gonna get on there, man. You may have to put 4, 5, 6, 10 niggas to death, man. You know, you may have to done whatever it was to get some food or hit out or purify some water. Like some miracles are gonna need to take place. We know because the Lord said He gonna have to send Michael, the archangel, to look over the people, man. You know, so you gonna be truly blessed, man. So if the righteous are gonna be saved, what's gonna happen to the ungodly? That wicked, grimy nigga that has no clue of anything, man. You're gonna get trampled underneath foot. And then we ain't even talking about the women that's not gonna have a covering. What are you gonna do? Ruled by your emotions and in this society that's built for you? How much more when the real test comes and ooh-wee.
Crumbles down, boy.
Ooh-wee. Because this society is built for you.
Yeah.
Real Housewives of Section 8, food stamp Nancy, right? WIC. What's WIC? Women, infant, and kids, children, right? The whole society is set up for you. The police is set up for you. The reason why you talk shit is because your man don't want to bust you upside the head because that's domestic violence and put your ass away for some time. So what's gonna happen in that day? Anyone gonna bust you? You're gonna chop your head off. That's how you gonna get a woman to respect you in that day. The scripture say, in the day of thy power, the people will be willing. So that's why when your woman see you chop a nigga's neck off, she gonna be, yes sir. Yes, that's when the Lord's gonna come. Tell your woman to call you Lord now. Nigga, I ain't calling you Lord. Well, yeah, nigga. Oh, nigga. You wait till all hell break loose, right? All hell break loose, and then you gotta chop somebody's neck off. She gonna, yes Lord, just like Brandy. You wanna be down. Escape. Take off your shoes and relax your feet. What do you want? This is what we coming into, man. All right. This is what we coming into, man. The real is about to come out because we've been suppressed for so long. Because this world is so goddamn fake, man. You gotta go to work and good day, sir, and get around people and fake it till you make it. You gotta masking your masculinity and shit, man. We're lions in a cage. We want to be let's go free, man.
It's getting to that point. It's getting to that point because now people are starting to realize you're not making nothing. So what are you trying to fake it to? You're not getting paid anything anymore. Just like this brother had the epiphany in the camp here, he said, "Look, I just realized something. I'm giving them time which I can't give back, and they're giving me a fake piece of paper. How does that work out? That doesn't work out. What's the science behind that? Men strive to set up a household for themselves, like you said, take care of their family, take care of what needs to be taken care of, and have what's theirs is theirs, and nobody can touch it. But in this society, it ain't so. You can't get that.
If I may add to what Yamash Mishan, this shit is only temporary.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So we have a bright future to look forward to. But we know we have to go to that hell. Right. In order for us to inherit the kingdom,
right? A glorious kingdom.
Glorious kingdom.
The scripture said, suffering at this present time should not be
compared with shall be revealed into you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. This is hell, brothers. This is hell. This is hell. This is worst case scenario right here, man. Don't get no worse than this, man.
For those who don't believe it now, they're gonna see it. They're gonna see it. They're gonna go through it when that time comes. Jacob trouble hit.
Strange aborigines. You be bugging out, man. There's some demons, bro. There's some demons that's picture that. There's demons that's controlled, man. And I'm not talking about just demons, because demons. I'm talking about legions of demons that's controlled. That's gonna be let loose. Esau's gonna be able to show his act. Esau's a ravenous, this dude's a ravenous homosexual, dog. Like he wants to get a hold of little boys, man. Body organ harvesting at its fullest, spirit cooking. This is the shit they're into. They want to be free to do what they want to do. We pole dancing, man. Little girls on goddamn pole dance, like this dude's a freak, man.
Had it on TV, and if it's not sexual, we were saying why they dress with little shorts on, and they really had an Edomite lady talking about it's a form of art
and then
art and activity,
expressing yourselves, and too much freedom. Too much freedom.
Gotta go, man. Especially if I just one last thing. I don't know if you can get any worse than that commercial with the boys. Going into thing, a boy can't have a period, man. We just can't leave it at that. Like it's
come on, man.
This place has to go, man. Especially for brothers that got children. We don't want to. We don't want to be here. We don't want to raise our children up in this. So I'm sorry, definitely don't.
Hey, so with that, anybody got anything else? And with that, we want to say all praises due to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Makakadash.
Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to all you brothers pushing the truth throughout the four corners of the globe, underneath the standard in the banner of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushua. And with that, we want to say shalom to the hopeful elect,
Shalom.
and a bar babal.
Abba, Abba.
Let's go, Mark.